So in Ashtavakra Gita, in the beginning, the money, mind and heart goes, withdraws by the master, and in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it comes at the last. So you can say, end of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is Ashtavakra Gita. End. And Ashtavakra Gita is the beginning of the end of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is what is the difference. And let me tell you, the difference is no. God entered in Shri Krishna, God entered in Ashtavakra. So he had given the two ways to the world. He had sang the songs, Geet, to the world. You want to go by step, you want to go immediately. Any moment you can switch over from Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Ashtavakra Gita. Any moment, any chapter, you can just go by lift, or you go by step, or go by lift. This is up to you. You go by supersonic aircraft on the highway at the side parallel, go by walk, by car, by scooter, by train, whatever the mean. So this is what the difference between the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God sang through the Krishna to Arjuna, and Ashtavakra Gita, God sang through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak. Please tell us about Ashtavakra Gita and how is Ashtavakra Gita different from Shri Krishna Gita. What the Gita, word Gita, Ashtavakra and Shri Krishna Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the Ashtavakra Gita. First we should know that what the Gita is. Gita is the Geet, songs, sayings of the saint, the God himself. When the God speak through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak, then it became the Geet, the songs of sayings of Ashtavakra, of Krishna through the God. So sayings of God through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak is Ashtavakra Gita. And songs, the Geet, the sayings of Krishna, of God through Krishna to Arjuna is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Gita. Ashtavakra, Krishna, we say them the God. God spoke through these instrumental bodies, and the listener was Janak in case of Ashtavakra, and Arjuna in case of Krishna. Ashtavakra Gita is the immediate result. Ashtavakra Gita is the immediate result. Like that water had come to the 100 and evaporated. The water is standing between 99 to 100. And it is about to start evaporate. So at the last dot, only one step behind the fulfillment, one step behind the God, and that is Ashtavakra Gita. In other words, you can say the Ashtavakra Gita is the Geet of the God, songs or sayings of the God through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak for those who are having no desire of the outside world, but only the desire of the gods. Immediate, within 5 minutes, Raja Janak got that Godism, enlightenment, bliss, nirvan, sthiti pragya, kevalya, sachiyar, whatever you say. These all words are said by all of them in the different epics. So the word enlightenment is synonym of nirvan, the word said by Buddha, kevalya, the word said by Mahavira, sachiyar, said by Guru Nanaka, sthiti pragya by Krishna. All these words are having the same meanings. The final destination of your human being. When the human being goes to the extreme, dissolves himself in his origin, we say the enlightenment, the completion of his human birth, completion of his life in the dead body birth. He or she won't be coming in any birth or death now, will never be separated now. Otherwise, if you have any desire of this outside world, before the death of the body, you are going to come back in the same dead bodies to fulfill your desire. The desire will be fulfilled, but you will be somewhere again having the next desire. Desire follows the desire. Desire never stops. It is continuous process. Desire always brings the new desire. This is the way going on. Desire always follows the desire. So one who is completely in the killing desire of the God, not of the desire of the materialistic world. When one had got no desire of anything of the outside world, but having only the desire of the God, the Creator, reaches to the state of meeting with the One, the Master, to whom we say the Ashtavakra Gita. Ashtavakra Gita, where the One comes with the full preparations with his last birth journey and this birth journey already observed, and is fond of only the Creator, is already with the experiences, and by knowing the others' experiences had come to the point of death of his I, that I am nothing, not death of the body. Because if you die, your instrument dies, then no chance. Because it is the body which can take you to the enlightenment. It is the body which will bring you to the birth and death cycle. So this instrument is very important to play the role for your next birth. So in this birth of human being, if you reaches to that point of having nothing in this world, no desire in this world, and accepting yourself that I am nothing even after getting or going through the journey for so long. Now I want the One to whom we say the God, the Creator. So when you go through that complete thirst and hunger for the God, complete, that time only you will come across a master which will just push you and you will start evaporating, you will start diluting in the God. And that state is only called the complete enlightenment. The enlightenment, the completion or enlightenment, completion of your human journey, human birth. So that spot where you meet immediate enlightenment, complete thirst and hunger inside, there we say the new Gita comes, Ashtavakra Gita, and many Gitas to come. Many Gitas had already come. But because the Ashtavakra Gita is the oldest one, that's why we say the Ashtavakra Gita. Thereafter also there are many immediate, those we say the disciples got enlightenment immediately within the 5 minutes. Because enlightenment is nothing but to get into the new birth. New birth before the birth. Means in the same birth, second birth. Rebirth in the same birth. That's why we had changed the name of those people. Even changed the name of many. As they were not in the same state as they were earlier before that enlightenment, before the completion. So that state where one achieves that point of enlightenment, the completion. So this is what we have to know about. That Ashtavakra Gita is the instant coffee, like you say. Instant, immediate, where you are not having any time to waste for the long journey, to just go removing all your that big circle of friends and relatives, then removing your all that family, then coming to the point of your body. It is a straight attacking to the body. You can say, in other words, the Ashtavakra Gita is a Gita where one has come directly to the root, to just remove the root, and whole tree will fall down. So, remove the root and whole tree will fall down. That is Ashtavakra Gita. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita is just remove the leaves, then remove the branches, then come to the stem, cut piece by piece, then at last remove the root. But in Srimad Bhagavad Gita also, you can jump anytime to the Ashtavakra Gita. Because one day, one moment, Ashtavakra Gita has to come. Because you cannot move on one by one. That you are just bringing that all leaves out, then you are cutting all branches and stem. The new will come if you take more time. Next season will come and again the new leaves will come. And this life after life in birth, new leaves, new stems. So it is better you just move immediately if even you are going through your journey of leaves to branches to the stem to the root. If you are going step by step also, you should be fast because your death can come anytime. You don't have that much long time that you should keep on moving very slow, stopping on the way. No, you have to complete your journey. And at one point you have to go with the Ashtavakra Gita. Ashtavakra Gita is a jump. Jump. So at last you have to jump. 90% of the journey you can go by step. But at last of 90% you have to get ready for the jump. So Shri Krishna Bhagwan, the Shri Krishna God is making Arjuna ready for the jump. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Gita of the God through Krishna to Arjuna is the step-by-step journey towards the God home, towards the enlightenment, towards the Sthiti Pragya, what Gita is saying. And in Ashtavakra Gita, there is nothing like step-by-step. God is telling through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak to jump immediately. You can say Janak had passed the complete way and had come to jump directly. So God is speaking through Ashtavakra to those who want immediately the God, and God is speaking through Krishna those who want slow and slow and slow, step by step. Not the problem. The only difference is Ashtavakra Gita will take you 5 minutes to come to the God home, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita may take 5 days, 5 minutes, 5 months, 5 years, 50 years, 500 years, 5 births, 50 births, 500 births. Sri Bhagavad Gita is a long journey sometimes. But Ashtavakra Gita is nowhere the journey. You can say no way, directly coming by flight. Ashtavakra Gita is coming directly flight, direct flight as you say. Like if you want to go from Mumbai to America, you have a direct flight to America, to New York. But if you want that hopping flight, halting flight, that flight will go from Mumbai, then we will just go at Delhi. From Delhi we'll go to Dubai. From Dubai it will go to London. London to Paris. And Paris again it will go to Cape Town. Then it will go to New York. So likewise, you have many stations in between, so it will take little long. But in the flight of direct is the Ashtavakra Gita, direct. And that flight also is not of that flight which takes 15 hours, it's 16 hours. But that flight which takes 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, like a fighter flight. You know the fighter planes run so fast. So the supersonic airplanes, supersonic aircraft, speed, not super duper speed of light, more than the speed of light. Within 5 minutes you will reach. So Ashtavakra Gita is your super duper sonic aircraft. So Ashtavakra is the pilot of that plane. And going by, say, some passenger aircraft, some passenger train, is like going through the Srimad Bhagavad Gita through Shri Krishna to Arjuna. Don't think that Shri Krishna or Ashtavakra are different, Arjuna or Janak are different. It is the God. All who entered in Ashtavakra gave the full speed, gave that all message to the world. These Gitas are nothing to just sing the song for the world. Gita. It is just to sing the song for the world so that deaf people can understand what the human life is. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is also for those deaf people just to start the journey, move on so that at least after 5 years, after 50 years, after 5 births, after 50 births, you will reach to the God home. But once you are not starting your journey, once you are not started your journey, how will you reach? Those who do not know anything about, they are not having in their destiny because of their worst karma in their previous birth. Remember it. Those who are worshipping, praying, begging, and die at last beggar only. These beggars have no destiny to meet the God because of their worst karma in previous birth. Like the army of Hitler or army of Temurlang or army of Genghis Khan or army of Mussolini type people will not get the way to go to the God home. In so many births they have to just go with the begging only. So you are chosen one, you are lucky and after so many births God had given you opportunity to reach back to your home, to go back to your home. But it is up to you who you want to crawl in this birth and death cycle, or to go back to the God home. So there are two ways. One is go by step, slowly, halting on the way, living in the hotels on the way, and starting the journey, going by flight direct. It is your choice. So when you go by road, step by step, halting on the way, or you go by direct flight, your choice. Direct flight is Ashtavakra Gita, hopping flight is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Your choice. You can make your choice by train also. You can make your choice by car also. You can make your choice by walk also. Because Srimad Bhagavad Gita is giving the way to the one who wants to walk. Walk means he will reach in births together, after many births. One who runs will reach maybe in this life. One who is going by train, car, may go fast in this birth or in the next birth. So this is up to you. Walking will take you to the many births. Many births. Like you say, no, we listen one Vaani every day. So one Vaani every day is like a walking. Just a speed walking, that's all. Nothing else. May take the next birth. Not that in this birth you will be enlightened with only one Vaani, I am listening enough. And those who are not listening even 1, 10, 15 in a month, alternate, naturally away from the God. Yes, they will be cool by mind. At least they have started their journey. So not in a birth or 2 birth, in 5 birth, at least they will go to the God home. And if they are walking also, with the halt in between, mean not listening even 30 Vaani also in a month, 1 even per day, will at least one day may understand before the death that they will understand the whole outside world, what we are thinking of is just materialistic, nobody loves nobody here, and we are just going into the sewerage every day and night, working for that nothing, where we are not appreciated, nobody is going to admire us, and this is all foolishness we are doing, that round the clock like a donkey we are working. So one day at least they are on walking, they will come to know that we are just wasting our energy which is to be utilized for the God home for which I have come in this human birth. What I have to get in my destiny, let it be that I am working day and night, I gather the amount, will go off if it is not in my destiny. You see, many people book the flat, they are not getting flat, builder had just taken the money. Few people are getting something stolen, something burnt, lost, hospitalized, 50 lakh rupees spent. Why it is happening? So what is that? If it is in your destiny, it will come to you. If it is not in your destiny, just break your head with the wall, you are not going to get it. You work like a donkey, you will not get it. If it is not in your destiny, you work in a relaxed mode, what is described, what is by the God, it has been Trinity in 3 parts, that what is said, 8 hours for your working for the physical body. If you are not having for your food, clothes and shelter, if you are not having that all things. So you can work maximum 8 hours, 8 hours, beyond 8 hours is like a donkey working. And after that, 8 hours for sleep, rest for your body, instrument. And 8 hours is for God home journey. If you are not going for 8 hours God home journey, you are just stealing the time of God into your, definitely not in sleep. You must be putting all this time to your all physical body desires. But it is not going to work at all. You see, not many, those who are working like donkeys, they are not happy at all. They are not satisfied in their life. Why? They say we are working like donkey and we are not getting that what we should get. We are still sad. Why we are sad? They never understand. Because of their last birth, remaining in the senas, in the armies of these all people, they will not get the chance. If at all they get the chance, they will just bypass that. Because their mind full of ego will never allow them to go to the God home journey. because the previous was all curse. So this is what? So this God Prasad, Guru Prasad, what is said by Guru Nanak, is not in everybody's destiny. Remember it. So it is better if it had come to you, just analyze it. Don't bring your ego in between. If you are egoist, then only you will not understand. If you are not having any ego, and if your ego is flexible, definitely you will come to understand what I want to say to you. When I say I want to say to you, it is not I want to say to you. The God wants to say to you from this body. That is what said by Ashtavakra, not Ashtavakra, God through the Ashtavakra, God through the Krishna. So you have to understand the truth. This truth is already lying in the epics, which you just go and worship and ask, pray, beg for the materialistic deadly things. So it is only those, we can say the donkeys, only have the desires for the materialistic world. So they just pray and worship also for the materialistic things. Those who are in that God desire, they are not at all worried about. They just want the one, the God. Nothing else. Nothing else. The one who wants only the God is Raja Janak. Mamakshu. At last, immediately he wants the God only, nothing else in his life. Where only God is Ashtavakra Gita. Raja Janak, a complete, full of desire in his all the breath running. I want the God. Because after gathering so much of amount and the respectful position in his lifetime, Janak begged so much of things in the world, and at last he could understand, after begging so much, sitting on the throne, getting so much amount, becoming the richest man and on the top chair, king, Janak said that being a king, I am not fit to the all that in the normal state. I am not able to sleep. So what is the use of this much amount, this much of my chair? So he was completely getting mad of this money and what he gathered in his life, what he begged in his life from the God. So whatever he got, he was tired so much that in the story in the Ashtavakra Gita, it is said that Janak got so much tired, extreme tired of this all money and post which he gathered in his lifetime. So he just said, I want the peace, I want the sleep, I want the silence in my mind. At that time, somebody said him, only God, your creator, the one, the origin, can only get you peace, can only get you sleep, can only make you relax all the time. That's why he ran here and there. He at last announced in his state that if anyone can get me the God within 5 minutes, I will give him my half of the kingdom, what he earned in his lifetime. And now he wants to give half of his kingdom for the sleep, for the peace, for the silence of his mind. So he was ready to give half kingdom. And the story says, the maximum, all the saints, not saints, so-called sadhus, the saints, those who are worshipping and having ego, came to the palace to just try. Let us try for, they were also greedy for that half kingdom. So when they came, they failed. They could not get the Janak to the God in the 5 minutes. So then at last he was tired, and so much tired and full of thirst and hunger for the God. He declared, I will give the full kingdom. Means I become beggar, not the problem. You get me the peace, get me the God, get me the silence. His thirst for the God raised to such an extreme level that whatever he earned in the lifetime, he was ready to give everything. It is like one who earns so much money in his life, and at last he donates, It is the money which one donates is for the peace sometimes for ego, that their name should come. And then at last, every richest man of the world thinks of getting the peace, silence like Raja Janak. But they don't have the chance to meet the godly person to take him to the God home. Remember it. Because it is the ego also. Because one king had to become beggar to reach to the God home. See, all Buddha, Mahavira, Meera became beggar That's why they could reach to the God home. Coming from the palace, the topmost post one had to come to the begging state. Then only he can reach to the God home. This is the condition, the state of mind. So this is what he earned through this lifetime like a donkey. At last he is donating everything. He will give everything, one who can catch him the God, who can get him the God, who can get him the bliss, get him the peace, get him the sleep. Then only many people from the jungle or sadhus came, they were failed. They were failed to get him the God. Because he told that if I am not getting the God and someone is trying, I will put him in the jail now. At one time he declared he was tired of the people trying. So he announced, now hereafter if somebody comes to me, I will give the whole kingdom to him. But if anyone just may try not getting, I will put him behind the bars. People are such. All the richest people in the world, all the topmost chair people in the world, remember it, are not in peace. By face you will think that they are happy. No, they are not at all happy. You're all the Prime Minister, President, Star, Big Ambani, Birla, Tata, not happy. Their life is not in peace. You think that you want to become Tata, Ambani, Birla, you want to become Prime Minister or President only. You want to become Shah Rukh Khan type top stars and Krishna Kapoor type. No. All these people are not happy. You can go through that. Something comes by sudden on the TV, then you get the news of these people. That how one retires and then joins again the company that it is getting lost. And on the other way, he is saying my money should go to the donation. What is the use? Money you want to donate, then why you are so much in that state to make your mind dead for these works? Why you are attached? So they are donating at the one side and the other side they are earning also. Earning and donation is going on means they want their ego to get all. They want that I should get the peace, but both cannot run together. You have to be beggar. You have to leave everything immediately to get to the garden, to the peace. Peace requires that what Krishna said to Arjuna. When the Krishna said to Arjuna, that what you want from me, like you know the story, Arjuna and Duryodhana went reached to the Krishna before the war to start for the help of Krishna. So Duryodhana has sat near the head and Arjuna sat near the feet as Krishna was sleeping. Krishna was sleeping, so Arjuna, Duryodhana reached first to his house for the help. He was sitting near the head and Arjuna was sitting near the feet. And when Krishna awake, he saw the Arjuna first and Duryodhana at second. When he opened the eye, he asked Arjuna, how you have come? He said, for the help in the war, which is to start now. He said, okay, let me know what help you want. Immediately Duryodhana sitting at the side of head spoke, I have also come and I was first to come. So he said, Krishna said that I saw Arjuna first. So let the Arjuna ask first, then you ask. Then what Arjuna said when Krishna put two things, remember it, keep in mind. Krishna said two things to Arjuna. One, the wealth, the sipais, elephants, horses, and everything what I have, everything, my all wealth. On the other hand, I myself only, Krishna, 5.4 inch, you want me or the whole of wealth? So one should take the one, other will get the other. So then what first question was asked to Arjuna, who was sitting near the feet. What do you want? Then Arjuna said, I want you now. I want you, not this wealth or horses or elephants. Immediately Duryodhana was laughing inside. Egoist people always laughs. Egoist people always laughs, remember it. Egoist people always have the jealous. For those who are modest, those who are near the God, they will only laugh because the materialistic people mind will never think of the heart. They are not the loving people, they are the minded people. So minded people are not going to the God home at all. That is what Jesus also said in Bible. That rich people in this world will stand at the last in my God kingdom. Last, extreme last. Means if 700 crore population, If today one is at the topmost in the world, he will be standing at the 700 crore, last beggar. Why he said that the camel can go through the needle hole, but rich cannot reach to my God home, my father home? Why? There was a reason. Because they are minded people. So Duryodhana, as egoist, the minded man, start laughing. That these fools never understand that this 5.5 feet person, what he will do in the war. And I have the lakhs of soldiers, elephant, horses, which he is giving to me. That time itself, Krishna chose the Arjuna for his songs, for his Geet, which he was having inside through the God, to download in Arjuna instrument. He downloaded everything in Arjuna, started from there itself. He bought that one Arjuna immediately. He said that Arjuna is my instrument to get offload whatever I am having inside of the God treasure. So this is what the story is. So when Arjuna asked the Krishna, it was asking the God. Even Arjuna was not knowing that Krishna is God, not knowing that God had entered in Krishna, but he was a very best friend and having a trust in Krishna. So having a forward trust that you can live the whole world for one means you are going to get the God immediately. If you are having trust but you are not able to live all the things immediately, is the Shri Krishna Bhagavad Gita. So he was having full trust in Krishna. Trust in Krishna. At least you should have the trust in the Master. Then at least one day he will take you to the God home. Because Arjuna was knowing that I am wrong, I am wrong, I am wrong. And Krishna is right, Krishna is right. That's why in the Krishna Gita, continuously, Krishna was sitting for 18 days and night, 18 day and night, to convince, to clear all the questions of Arjuna. At last, in 11th chapter, 11th day, you can say, Arjuna got confirmed, and Krishna, from the beginning, as friend, became the master after some times, and thereafter became the God for the Arjuna. So when the Krishna became God for the Arjuna, Krishna entered in Arjuna, and Arjuna was started the war, and he started killing all those his nears and dears also, not thinking anything about what he is doing. Because Krishna said nothing is good or bad, nothing is wrong or right. It is you who are wrong or right. When you say I, you are wrong. When you are wrong, you will say something right also. But when you are not, then God is only there. When you are, God is not there. This is what the difference is. Either God or you can remain. Either you or God will remain. Two cannot go together. So you have to live yourself to get God enter in you. That is what Ashtavakra and Krishna did. God entered in Ashtavakra, God entered in Krishna, they left the Krishna body and they left the Ashtavakra body. You know, their body was dead. These bodies are also gone. They took birth on this earth. So these both bodies are gone because they left themselves before the death. Those who die before the death, God enters in their body and sings the song through the someone who, what we say, the disciple. And that songs which are sung are compiled in the form of an epic, which we say today, the Dhampad, Jinwani, Guru Granth Sahib, Bible, Quran. These all are the epics, sayings of the songs of the God through these bodies. Through the Buddha, the Dhampad, through the Mahavira, the Jinwani, through the Muhammad, the Quran, through all those Vaani coming from all the bodies, those who are just making themselves surrender to the God. You know, these are Guru Granth Sahib through Guru Nanak Dev, Japji Sahib, Sai Satcharit through the Sai Baba. So these all songs sung by the God. Through this body all dead today. That bodies are dead. This body became dead before the death. Don't think that Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram Paramahansa, Sai Mira, Sahajullah, Laoje, Socrates, all these people are special people. No, they were like you and me. But at one point of time, they understood the life on this earth is not that what we are living. This body is of the God, life inside of the God. So we have to just surrender to the God so that God enters in us and does whatever He wants through this body. When one surrender means surrendering to the God. When surrendering to the God, God enters in and speaks and sings the song through that body in the form of songs. We say the poems or doha or something like sayings, plain. So Ashtavakra Gita is the same, but the immediate, instant. One was ready. Janak was ready, 99-degree boiling water. And at last just a push from the Ashtavakra, and God entered in Ashtavakra. Through God to Ashtavakra to the Janak. So all three became one. It all became 3-1. So this is what we have to understand. The Ashtavakra even at the age of 12. Because age is not the main. Age is not having any barrier. Age is age of your God journey, not age of your physical body. Not the healthy person. 8 parts of the body were handicapped. That Ashtavakra. Why the name Ashtavakra? 8 of his parts of the body were handicapped. Like I say, hands were not working, one hand not working, one leg not working, one eye not working, one ear not working, like this. 8 parts not working, and he became the true master for the Raja Janak. So this is what, when he went to the Janak, the story says, because his father was imprisoned by Janak, who tried to get into the full kingdom, to win over this, to get the Janak to the God, as he was a big Pandit. And his father, the big Pandit, Ashtavakra father, who was Pandit, while the story says he was in the womb of a mother, in the morning, as the Pandits used to say, all jap and pach, that Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Mo Govinda, Hare Murari, Ram, 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 Ram. At that time, from the stomach, from the womb of a mother, as he was in the womb, there was a sound coming from Ashtavakra because of his strongest journey of last birth. He said to his father, don't shout so much. My mother is sleeping. If at all you want, why you are not speaking in your mouth? Why you are making my mother disturbed and myself by saying Ram, Ram, Ram or Krishna, Krishna, Krishna or Ram will not come. And when he said these words, his father was surprised from where sound is coming, as he was only sitting, mother was sleeping, wife was sleeping. But Ashtavakra, as she was pregnant, his wife, so Ashtavakra was inside. It was only his 8th month running. So he said, who is giving sound? So he thought maybe something in imagination. And after a few minutes again he was doing Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Immediately that again he shouted, what you are doing? Don't disturb us. And by saying this Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Vaheguru, the God will not come, the Guru will not come, the Baba will not come. It is better you understand that what these godly people have said. Get fit to everything, don't make your ego more, that I am doing part in the morning. So when he was saying, this Pandit got annoyed, the father got annoyed, and he only made a complete curse to his son that when you get birth, you will be handicapped by 8 parts. As in that olden time, thousands of years before, in the Treta Yuga, there was the Riddhiya Siddhiya, what we say, that what we get by education, like certificate today, there was education of inside body, and with the sound what you speak, the air will just do that what you want. So that time the Riddhi Siddhi is what is got by his father, he applied on his son, and he got birth with the 8 parts handicapped. So this Pandit, when tried with Janak, what story says, and Janak, as he could not get the Godism, so he put his father behind the bars. And Ashtavakra mother was weeping, so she said that you go and please get your father released. So he went to Raja Janak, the King Janak palace, to get his father released. As he came to know that Janak wants that someone who can get me the God within 5 minutes. So he went, opening the doors of that palace where Raja Janak, the King Janak, was sitting with all his cabinets and all that sadhus who came and trying for that, to convince Janak that you will not get God in 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It will take long time. We are sitting for years together in jungles. So you have to go into the strong penance to get the God. That time Janak came, when this was on, immediately when Ashtavakra reached, opened the door with 8 parts handicap, moving left and right at the age of 12, when he entered inside, and he immediately shouted so strongly to Janak, who was sitting on the big golden chair. He said, I will get to the God within 5 minutes. By seeing all that sadhus and cabinet looked into that boy of 12, a handicapped boy, they all started laughing that will he get the God? Those who were praying and worshipping for so many years could not get him the God within 5 minutes. So all sadhus were also laughing. All those so-called saints came over there. All so-called gurus came there. That time when they were laughing, Ashtavakra also started laughing in a more sound than their sound. Then immediately all stopped what they were laughing. When they stopped, Janak said to the child, the Ashtavakra, that time it was child for him. Said, I could not understand that all the people are laughing. I can understand why they are laughing. But why you are laughing? Then Ashtavakra said to Janak, Janak, you want the God and you have called all these people full of lust and desires. They all can see this body, physical body. And physical body, by seeing my age, they understand that I do not know anything about the God. But they do not know that God, the soul inside, is the representative which will take to the God, and soul is never handicapped. Soul have no age. So we have just called all these degraded people in your palace, those can never get to the God. So that time when he spoke like this, Janak stood up and he said that, Master, you please come over here. Because these words just penetrated inside, and he asked immediately to sit on the chair. Then Ashtavakra, by moving body, 8 parts handicap, came and sit on the chair. Then what he asked to the Janak, Janak, if you want the God, I will get you the God within 5 minutes, but you have to give me that, the olden times, there was that system of getting something from the one who gets anything for prayer or worshipping. He asked him to get me the Guru Dakshina, that what is given after that, what lesson or what thing done by the Pandit to the one who had called. So he said, you had to give me something before, not after. Then he asked the Janak, and Janak said, I will give you whatever you want, my master, but please get me the God. He said, okay, get me your body, wealth and mind, all these 3 to me, I will get you the God. Immediately he said, okay, done. And the moment he said done, immediately Ashtavakra said, Janak, why you are sitting on this gold chair? Now this gold chair belongs to me because you have given me all your wealth. Come down. Immediately he came down because he know I have already said that wealth is yours. So now it is not belonging to me. So he came downward, and Ashtavakra immediately went into the chair, the golden chair, sat there, and immediately he said to the Janak who was sitting on the chair below where Ashtavakra was sitting, go and sit in that all shoes and chappals at the door. Go and sit over that shoe chappals over there. He was so much shocked by listening that I have to go and sit in the shoes and chappal. I am the king. He said, hey, you have given me this body. This body is mine. Because he had given me. I let me keep this body in the chappal or shoes, or let me throw in the Ganga. What is the problem? Then immediately he remembered, yes, I have already said him. So he gave his body a donation to the master. He immediately went to the chappal and shoes by putting his neck down, not looking left and right to all the people sitting there, as he was the king. The moment he sat over the chappals and shoes, by putting his neck down, immediately Ashtavakra shouted, hey Janak, why you are feeling shame by sitting there? You have given your mind to me. Don't use your mind left and right. Just think of me only, because this mind belongs to me. You should only look into my eyes. You should only think for me, nothing of this world. That time immediately he thought, yes, I have given my mind also, donated my mind also to him. Mind, body and wealth. So immediately he gave his mind completely and he was just closing his eyes and lie down in the shoe chappals. Immediately he fall down, not lie down, fall down. And he went out of the sense because thoughts of the master, body of the master, wealth of the master. This is what the master is. God was speaking through Ashtavakra because God had given you the body. It is body not brought from New York or Washington or Moscow. This body belongs to the God and mind belongs to the God. And what had come through this body outside is also the wealth belongs to the God. That is what asked by the Ashtavakra, the master Ashtavakra from the king. And after giving all these three back with the sincerity and honesty as that was a yuga, Treta Yuga. That time what they used to say, they used to obey to it, execute to it. So that time when he went out of the sense, then only he just after 5 minutes got up from the chair and went near to the Raja Janak, the King Janak. And thereafter he took the water from some sadhus as he was never worshipped. Ashtavakra never worshipped, never gone to any temple, nothing like. And he just splashed the water on the mouth, on the eyes of the Janak. And immediately in the 5 minutes he got up and he just touched the feet of Ashtavakra. He was not the same Janak as he was. He was the dead. Janak was dead. New Janak came. Old dead. The new came. The new birth, rebirth of the Janak. And that time Ashtavakra started moving out from the door. Immediately Janak also went back of the Ashtavakra, behind the Ashtavakra. Then Ashtavakra said, where you are coming? He said, now body is not mine. Where you are, my body will remain with you. My mind is not mine, it is yours. My wealth is not mine, how can I stay back? It is yours, so I have to be there where you are. At that time Ashtavakra said to the Janak, now these three are mine, your body is not yours, this is mine, you have understood? This God body is not yours, it is mine, the God body. This mind, what you have inside, is not yours. Let the God thoughts should continue in this. So, this mind is mine, which is in you. And wealth, what you have outside, is mine. I have given you through this body. So, he said, God said through the Ashtavakra, that this wealth also is mine. So, by keeping all these three now, with this body, mind and the wealth, just keep on doing what you are doing. That time, Ashtavakra went and Janak was there doing the same work as 5 minutes before. But 5 minutes before having the ego of his wealth, ego of his body or the mind. He was not aware of these three belongs to the God, the Creator. Once he surrendered these three to the God, he was blissful now. Blissful. One beggar cannot be disappointed because he is having nothing with him. He has no disturbance at all. So like the King Janak now sit there on the throne like a beggar. So at that time he was in bliss and the bliss was continued till last. And the same bliss, because of that, even the Sukdev Muni, which is said the Bhagavad Gita in the world over, to that Sukdev Muni, the son of Ved Vyas, the biggest and the highest given, who had given that all epics in the world, the old epics, the Shrutis, what we say, direct listening from the God. He said to the world that all 4 Vedas and 80 Puran. He said to his son Sukdev Muni, when Sukdev Muni, the son of Ved Vyas, said, we have to go to get the knowledge of life. He said, go to Raja Janak, King Janak. Because relationships never can never give that guideline of his being. So that's why he sent his son, who was giving that all Gyan to the world, sent his son to King Janak. And King Janak was the master for Sukdev Muni, who gave Bhagavad to the world. So Brahm Gyan is top. From there all these stories comes. So what we have to understand, if you want to give, if you are ready to give your body, your mind, your wealth to the God back, then you will be in the God home immediately. You will get back to the God home immediately like Janak. And if you want to give small from your purse, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees donation to the beggars, You say the God is beggar, no? God is beggar. So you give like this. Your masters are beggar. When you give to your master, they are not giving you back. You give your whole money to some master, he will take everything from you, but he will not get you back. So don't try to do that. Because today masters also are the materialistic masters. You have to find the materialistic and the spiritual masters. Who is the spiritual? Who is the spiritual one is that who never keeps anything of you with him. Never. He is not after you for any wealth or anything of yours. Because anything of yours is not yours, is belonging to the God. So for the God, he will just take your exam and will get you back what he has taken from you. Only exam at last. Don't try to give exam to them. Those who are materialistic, they will not get you back anything. So, this is what the story of Ashtavakra Gita, that where if you are ready to get the God immediately, or in other words, you are ready to give your body, wealth and mind immediately to the God back, because it is not belonging to you. Because of your ego, you have the possession of the body, possession of the mind, possession of the wealth, and with that you become so dirty that God home is not open for you, and will never be open for you till you have any possession of these three. Not only on these three, you have possession on your relations also. You possess your wife, your husband, your children also. You possess your bungalows, car also, money also, your servants also. You are having so much of possessions. So when will you reach to the God home? Very difficult. So that's why Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is telling you slow. Srimad Bhagavad Gita first will take away your friends, then will take away your relatives, then he will take away your family, then he will take away at the last you also. Last. And you can jump anytime. When I say will take away your friend, relative and family, and you is not that from outside. I am talking everything godly speaks is only from inside. Because we sometimes some fool understand or not understand, they think that from outside you will be separated from your family, from your relation, from your money. No, it is not the question of outside. Janak remained there with all the things, but not that having inside that nothing belongs to me. So that what Jesus said the same. I had come here to separate the parents from the children, husband from the wife, brother from the sister. What is the mean? Meaning is from the inside, not outside. That you should keep in mind. So this is what, if you understand from inside, if you make everything empty, you are in God home. Empty inside, nothing inside, no attachment inside. But outside playing the game with your children, your family, your relations, your friend or anything. When you get detached from anything inside, outside let it be attached, inside detached, then the life will be bliss. And that life, to make outside attachment, inside detachment, immediately is the Ashtavakra Gita. So enlightenment in the Ashtavakra Gita comes in the very first chapter out of 100 chapters. With the first chapter itself, first line itself, Ashtavakra got enlightened in first chapter itself, first adhyaya. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it keep on hanging. At last, Arjuna gets enlightenment. So this is what the difference between the Ashtavakra Gita and the Krishna Gita. Those who wants to go by walk, wants to go by car, wants to go by train, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is for them. And those who wants to go by direct flight, super sonic aircrafts, within 5 minutes, within 5 hours, 5 days, for them is the Ashtavakra Gita. So Ashtavakra for the mumukshus, you can say, those who had left everything from inside and are complete thirsty and hungry of the God, having no desire of the world other than the God. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita for them, those who are having the worldly demands also, desire also, and also the God. God is also one among that desire. So in that, the master, the true master, withdraws from them all that is nears and dears things or the living beings, whatever, and thereafter he takes to the state of himself, where his body also, mind and wealth will be taken away. Like in the last, in Ashtavakra Gita, in the beginning. So in Ashtavakra Gita, in the beginning, the money, mind and heart withdraws by the master, and in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it comes at the last. So you can say, end of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is Ashtavakra Gita. End. And Ashtavakra Gita is the beginning of the end of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is what is the difference. And let me tell you, the difference is not. God entered in Shri Krishna, God entered in Ashtavakra. So he had given the two ways to the world. He had sang the songs, Geet, to the world. You want to go by step, you want to go immediately. Any moment you can switch over from Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Ashtavakra Gita. Any moment, any chapter, you can just go by lift, or you go by step, or go by lift. This is up to you. You go by supersonic aircraft on the highway at the side parallel, go by walk, by car, by scooter, by train, whatever the mean. So this is what the difference between the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, God sang through the Krishna to Arjuna, and Ashtavakra Gita, God sang to Ashtavakra through Ashtavakra to Raja Janak. So choose yourself. In one life, you have to make the Ashtavakra Gita. Make at last or make in the beginning. Choice is yours. Remove the root to make the tree down, or just go on putting the leaves out and then branches, and the new leaves come birth after birth. Choice is yours, but at one time, in one day, in one birth, you have to reach to God home, Allah home, what you say, and the life will be bliss. When you get the God in your lifetime, you will not remain the same. You will not be beggar anymore. You will enjoy all the moments. Every moment will be in relaxed and bliss state till the death. And after death, you will be in the super bliss home with the Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram, Paramahansa, Sai, Meera, Sahajul, Lalla, Lauja, Sukreti, Krishna, Rama. All are sitting there waiting for you, and many more. So let us stop this materialistic birth and death journey and get back to the immortal God home and make your life a success.